first speech and is delivering a speech titled, Commit to More. To evaluate DTM Patricia is AD Asantewa Sechofia. Kindly read out the objectives of DTM Patricia's speech. AD Asantewa Sechofia.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. The purpose of her speech today is for her to present on any topic, and she will be doing this to receive feedback and apply feedback in her subsequent speech. So I will be looking out for the structure of her speech and all the other things that make her speech a great one. Thank you.
Thank you, AD Asantewa Sechofia. DTM Patricia is the sponsor of Perissos Horizon Toastmasters Club. Yay, that's our club. She is a two-time distinguished Toastmaster, a two-time area director, and the first female division director of Ghana Toastmasters. She is a communication and leadership coach and a two-time self-published author. DTM Patricia, you have the podium.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Rosalind. A very warm welcome to all our guests and fellow Toastmasters. My speech is entitled, Commit to More. Commit to more, and I will elucidate on the M-O-R-E in my speech. Let me share my slide with you. Whilst listening to the previous speakers, it felt as though we had communicated. It felt as though we had shared our thoughts and synergies in coming your way today. Today, you, my audience, are representing the young girls who have been selected in the 2022 and 2023 cohort of the African Institute of Mathematics Sciences. And I am honored to have stepped out of my fear and boldly submit my application to be part of the mentors of this cohort. Now, who would have thought that Patricia, who doesn't like maths, who is afraid of being in her elective maths class, would one day step out of her fear and actually want to mentor young girls to embrace the world of mathematics? Well, here I am because I made it a conscious effort to step out of every fear that comes my way, and that would enable me to actually go on the other side. Because as I have heard many people say, success is on the other side of fear. Why do you need to commit to more? If I'm pointing you in the direction, young girls, of committing to more, then I'm simply telling you that you must be focused on movements towards your desired end. You must be very, very dedicated and committed towards observing others within your circles, beyond your circles, who are doing better than yourself. You need to relate your improvements with current needs, whether in your school, in your class, or even within this cohort. You must always understand that you can have mentors like myself who would help you figure out which career paths your experiences can lead you into. But then you can listen all you want, but without consciously experiencing certain things, it will be hard to learn. Experience remains the best teacher. As I have already shared with you, whilst in secondary school, I was afraid of maths, but there was little I could do about it if I wanted to make sure that I succeed at the end of my 3-year program. I was an elective math student and a core math student, obviously. Whilst I struggled to catch up with my elective math courses, trying to understand all of the equations and memorize all of the formulas, I had to figure out how to even ace the core maths because the principles were different. I needed to understand that whatever steps that I was taking, it was leading me towards a particular desired end. I needed to understand that what it would take me to overcome the challenges in core maths were not necessarily the same steps I needed to embark upon to overcome the challenges I was facing in elective maths. A lot of the mistakes that some of my colleagues made was to take core maths for granted simply because we were elective math students. And sooner than later, a lot of us realized that we were woefully failing in core maths whilst we struggled to embrace or stay at par with our elective maths. And therefore, we needed to consciously figure out how do we learn and succeed in these different areas. This is what I want you to focus on. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all wake up and go to bed at different times that we choose. The difference in the lives of others and the life that you are living is what you consciously do within every hour in these 24 hours. Let me bring you to one particular theory that caught up when it came to the world of mastering your craft and building capacity in different skill sets. In his book, Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell propounded this theory that if you invested 10,000 hours to a specialized field, you would gain mastery. But later on down the line, he came to the realization that it wasn't simply just committing 10,000 hours, because I can commit 10,000 hours to simply being a Toastmaster, attending meetings, just listening, clapping, cheering others on, and after 10,000 hours, it would amount to nothing. Yes, that's right. You could commit 10,000 hours, but what are you using those hours for? Are you observing others who are better than yourself? And whatever they are doing, are you consciously ensuring that you are putting in your very best efforts into replicating or even becoming far better than what you see them do? And whilst you listen to the feedback that comes, how are you investing that feedback into your own life? Is it relevant in your current space where you find yourself? As students who have come into this program, you are going to be enlightened regarding what learning maths can lead you to discover. You, my dear young girls, are going to be the future of people that are discovering new things, whether in the civil engineering spaces, whether in the actuaries, whether in the astronomy space, etc. But if you do not commit your time, if you do not carefully and specifically target an aspect within this area and sharpen your skill sets by practicing, and practicing, you would be committing more to nothing. So in making that commitment, be sure that these are movements towards a desired end. To succeed, you are consciously observing those who are better than yourself. You are ensuring that you're relating whatever improvements that you are observing to what will lead you to that desired end. And you must put yourself in the practice space, because experience will forever be the best teacher. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Patricia. Awesome. Awesome.